Endometriosis is not just period pain. It's an inflammatory immune response, gut linked connection. And if you don't fix the gut connection, you won't ever have a handle on your flare up. If you've been ever told that having heavy periods, being fatigued, and pain is a normal part of your regular monthly cycle, this is your reminder that it is not. There is a reason why your body feels inflamed, hot, pissed off, and off balance. And it starts with your gut. Your gut really isn't just for digestion, it's an active participant in controlling your hormones through the action and connection of the gut brain ovary axis. And when this system is inflamed, hormones misfire, immunity drops, inflammation happens, and symptoms flare up, especially in endo. Over 70% of endometriosis patients have some sort of gut issues. That could include super bloating, even after having a small meal, IBS, food intolerances, because the same inflammatory messengers that irritate the gut can also irritate endolesions that are placed anywhere in your abdomen. Inside your gut, there are millions and billions of little bacteria that help regulate digestion, immunity, and or your hormones. And there's a specific group of bacteria called estrobolome, still don't know if I'm saying that correct, but they help process and clear your estrogen. So when the system's healthy, estrogen moves through your body. These bacteria help break down, does its job, and estrogen leaves. Okay. When it's not, estrogen recirculates within the body and causes estrogen dominance. And that means the PMS symptoms, the clots, the breast tenderness, acne, and heavier endo flares. It's not necessarily that your body is making too much estrogen, it's that your body can't get rid of estrogen efficiently. Endo isn't just hormonal, it's inflammatory and immune. Your poor digestion, the food sensitivities, dysbiosis, and the gut bacteria imbalance that's happening within your body on a regular day-to-day base is causing an increase of release of these proteins called cytokines, which signal your body for inflammation, to clean up inflammation. And if this immune response is constantly being activated, the same chronic inflammation symptoms start popping up with things like endometriosis. And then this is exactly where a supplement, N.A.C., N-acetylcysteine, supports the liver and increases glutathione, which is basically your body's master antioxidant. It's been shown in research to reduce pelvic inflammation, shrink endometriomas, and even calm pain. Think of NAC as like something that's cooling your body from the inside out. Then there's a whole conversation about iron. Many people with endometriosis are iron deficient from heavy bleeding, and that just perpetuates that whole cycle where your organs aren't getting the enough nutrients and oxygen that is needed to perform the daily tasks that are being done in your body. So some iron supplements irritate the gut and can even worsen dysbiosis. So we support the gut first. We nourish with food-based and gentle iron that is helpful for your body, and then work on inflammation in parallel to everything else that we're doing so that your body is understanding the exact signals that we're trying to give it to get in a state of calm instead of a chronic pain, inflammatory, warlike phase. So no, you can't just throw some iron on top of the fire, and you need to calm the fire first. Next, we're going to dive in a little about your vaginal flora that depends on estrogen. A key strain called Lactobacillus cryptase, it keeps your pH balanced, prevents infections, and supports your fertility. So low estrogen antibiotics can disrupt this. And if you have an imbalance within your uterus, bacteria also, this can lead to recurrent yeast or BV infections, and yes, even more inflammation. So when we restore your gut health, we often see the vaginal ecosystem also rebalance too, because these systems are constantly talking to one another. If there's a yeast overgrowth within your gut, expect there to be a yeast overgrowth within your uterus too, vice versa. And don't even get me started on the mental and emotional connection with endometriosis, because if your nervous system is out of regulation, you can expect your gut and everything else also to be out of regulation. There's also research out there that talks about how women that have gone through trauma in their early childhood also have a higher chance of having endometriosis, but that is for another day. Healing starts with food and consistency, and not in the extremes of going one way or another. So, I'm going to list a bunch of things here of what actually helps. Okay. So, there's your prebiotics, which is your fiber, your flax seeds, your oats, garlic, apples, crucifers. I'm probably not saying that right, but like broccoli, kale, bok choy, huge one. Love me some bok choy. It's my favorite vegetable now. Then there's things like berries and green tea. They have antioxidants in them. Fermented foods in moderation, like sauerkraut or kefir, to help rebuild and balance microbiome that's in your gut. Gentle probiotics that have lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains. And then you can also add some cooling anti-inflammatory foods like berries, leafy greens, and something that I used personally was soursop. Soursop, for example, is rich in antioxidants and is very cools the internal inflammation that's happening. The research on this is still kind of fairly new and emerging, but it's one of those gentle foods that can be added in as a supplement to everything else that you're doing for support for your body's ability to reset and heal. Yes, supporting your digestion also means things that you can avoid to cause further dysregulation within your gut bacteria. So, avoiding frequent heavy alcohol drinking binges, refined sugars, and cutting out cold, raw foods straight out of the fridge. This weakens your digestive system, the fire that is needed, the warmth that is needed to digest your food properly to give you the nutrients that are needed. Think of your stomach as a muscle. If you continuously introduce cold to a muscle, it won't be able to perform its job properly. And what's wild is in traditional Chinese medicine, this link has been known for thousands of years, okay? The gut hormone link, the spleen and stomach are the foundation for digestion in traditional Chinese medicine. When one of these is weak, dampness and phlegm accumulate within our body because there isn't enough energy to move the things that need to be moved for proper flow and homeostasis within the body, which blocks your blood flow. This looks like an endo, pain, masses forming, cysts on your ovaries, clotting, mood swings. So in traditional Chinese medicine, our focus is on strengthening your spleen and stomach, helping you move your qi, regulating your qi, clearing out that dampness, and resolving some of that phlegm that can be built up within your body from a weak digestive system, and nourishing your blood with iron or whatever other supplements that are needed. And that's kind of how acupuncture helps. It regulates the nervous system so that your body doesn't feel like it's in constant fight or flight, improves the circulation of your blood and chi and energy throughout your whole body, and harmonizes hormones that are at the root causing. So think of acupuncture as a way of supplementing and creating that communication between organs that feel out of imbalance. It's your body's reminder on how to self-regulate and how to turn on its own healing mechanisms in the proper way so that your body can heal, and how it remembers how to heal, because your body is super smart and it knows exactly how to heal, but when it's in so much chaos, it can kind of forget. It doesn't know where to start and how to start fixing things when so much is out of balance. And patients often have also told me that it's not that just the pain has decreased. They feel calmer, they have more clarity, they sleep better, and their digestion system finally works in their favor and causes them not to feel sluggish. And it's because it's all connected. Your whole body works together as one giant organism in a well oiled machine. If you're living with endo or PMS or hormone chaos, you're not broken. Your body has just become so dysregulated that it doesn't know how to fix itself. It feels overloaded and it's basically asking for some support from you. I personally think that healing starts from understanding your body, how it works, what your symptoms are, and why these signals are popping up, and why your body wants you to start paying attention to them a little bit more. And once you reconnect the gut, the hormones, and the nervous system, you stop fighting your body and actually start working with it and for it to turn on its natural healing abilities, because it is super smart and knows exactly how to do it. If you're in Edmonton and want to start this reset, you can book an acupuncture session with me at Thrive Chiropractic and Wellness. And the link's in the description. I would love to help you in this journey. And if this resonated at all, please hit subscribe, hit like, and write a comment if any of these topics or things that we've talked about and discussed in this video piqued your interest, have any questions about it. And yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Bye for now.